folks. Welcome back to Earworms, or welcome to it if it's your first time. Uh, Hope you're enjoying yourself on this Sunday evening. We hope to be part of that. This evening, we're going to be looking at Pink Trombone, which is a voice synthesizer web app as well as a module for VCV Rack. In both cases, you can utilize it for free, either to make some cool sound effects, have a little fun, or, if you want to use it in some music making, some avant garde, you can certainly do so. And then in the interdisciplinary portion of the stream tonight, we're going to be doing a slide through of the Twilight Zone episode Nightmare at 20,000 Feet, which featured the great William Shatner, as well as Christine White was in that episode. And I pulled out some audio clips of some great Shatner moments from that episode, as well as some great musical moments, because the score for the episode was excellent. Wasn't electronic, but we can let that slide on occasion when things sound really good. Um, so anyway, that's part of what's coming up tonight. Also, I have some new segments, and if you enjoy them, please let us know in the comments section. And if you don't enjoy them, please let us know in the comments section. And already, Common People is coming in hot. One moment, please. I gotta bring on my panel so they can bask in the glory of Common People, our primary shareholder here at the Wayfarer Project. I'm going into stealth mode. And, of course, that requires hitting the right key. There we go. All right. Let's do things a little out of order and bring on Mr. Adam Gray, the head honcho at B-Sides.
Hello there.
Hello, Adam. How you doing on this Sunday Eve?
Well enough. The heat is finally broken for the day, and just came back into town after spending the weekend with our good friend Jethrobot. And his friend, the Bride of Pumpkinhead. So we had a very relaxing time. It was good fun.
Well, unfortunately, Mr. Common People can't be with us this evening, but he came in with the bronze like a true Olympian. He's got the gold, silver, and bronze for super chats on earworms. Thank you for the 20 hard-earned British pounds.
Yes,
Um,
his reputation precedes him, and his old dad's reputation precedes that. So Common's a friend of many channels and an excellent sponsor and patron. So thank you very much, Common.
Thank you, helping to keep the lights on. And here's some advice from my old man. Well, maybe old mother, but I don't know, both of them. Um, you're not feeling well, put some Vicks Vapo Rub on your bottom of your feet, and you'll be feeling right as rain in the morning. So there we go. Adam has nothing to say about that, so we're going to proceed onward and welcome Mr. Jay Goodwin. But thank you very much,
I
Common
have
People.
plenty to say about Jay Goodwin.
It's
Well, you
fine.
can
I put
say
some
it
Vicks
now.
Vapor
Here
Rub
he
on my
is.
feet, so you can't say anything to me. Ha 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 ha
Are you familiar with the band Fishbone?
ha. I am
Yes.
the name.
Slight detour, yeah, because one time they in order to get some excitement for playing live, they tried Vicks Vapor Rub on the balls, and
Wow.
That
That'll
is
get you
not
jumping.
recommended.
it, it 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 didn't last long because it really wasn't strong enough for them, so they switched to Tiger Balm.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's a bold choice.
Yeah.
It's the old icy hot in the jockstrap routine that
Yeah,
they used to
I did
pull.
have the privilege of seeing Fishbone back in the day. I believe it was in Georgia.
Wow. Around what year
No, I
was
take it
that?
back. I take it back. It was in Columbus, Ohio, because there was a reggae hall for a few years there in Columbus. They,
Well,
they were
they're a
hot.
little bit more than reggae. They
Well,
do, yeah.
bands of a certain color played there often, and yeah, good show. Very, very good stage presence.
Barbara, keep your praise to a minimum. We're trying to do this show right now. Later, you can talk all about me.
Well, I am loading up our first segments because
Lawrence,
we
your mic's a
have.
bit low too.
Yes.
Oh, dearie me. Well, let's see here. How about that?
Turn up the sound good knob.
Yeah.
Well,
Can you zoom and enhance?
how about that?
There you go.
That's a bit
Okay,
better.
there
There
we
you go,
go.
sir.
Well, I tried to avoid the red, but I guess here we go a little red. Now, we're trying some segments this week, and I want to involve our panelists here because they're good people, fine Americans, and we're going to start off with the new segment, Atomic Testing, where we can feature Adam Gray
Oh
and
boy.
basically, well, don't get too worried because it's
Just lay back.
just
This will be over
just
soon.
one
It's fine.
question, and no one's going to really care whether you know the answer or not, I guess.
I promise you I don't. So let's just move on with the test.
Well, here we go. Visually speaking, when you see this, or now that you're going to see it, what exactly is this?
I'll tell you about my mother. Wow. Let me lean in for a closer look.
He's trying to read the URL to see.
No,
No, he's trying to read the print on the.
trying to read. Yeah, the graphic text. I am just going to guess that this has something to do with resonance within the skull.
Well, actually, yeah, you would be correct in that assumption.
Really?
Yes.
All right.
And
What do I win?
well, I haven't gotten that far in the segments yet to figure out what people.
Can you
win.
monetize my channel for me, or
Well, do you
If
have
you
it
head on over
back
to
yet?
Rumble, you'll find it's already pre-monetized. It's fine.
oh, the streets are paved with gold on Rumble,
Yeah,
folks.
yeah.
Get in the count.
We are live on Rumble too because
Hooray! Welcome, Rumblers.
we want to appreciate the rumbling. And just a note for you folks on Rumble, you'll mostly see YouTube chat coming up on screen now and then, but if you do drop a regular chat in, we will see it here. Psyche Opera will be looking for it, so feel free
So,
to
to be
chat with us.
totally honest, the only word I can make out on that graphic on my monitor was the word tongue. So that's kind of a nose shape and that's kind of a sinus shape. So that was my guess.
Well, we're going to take a look at it now. And that means I need to do some button pressing here. But this is the Pink Trombone. This is a web app that was developed by a gentleman by the name of Neil Thapern. And we are going to be checking it out presently in the browser. I do have a link in the description if anyone would like to go to Pink Trombone and try it out themselves. Because as you'll see in a moment, it does allow for interaction. And so here we go. I assume you gentlemen see this on screen now.
Indeed.
Now, what you do when you go here, first of all, is just click. And it starts pretty much right away. I assume you guys are hearing that.
Oh,
right
we're
now.
hearing it all right.
You betcha.
There's a button down here in the lower right to not have it always on.
Yes.
And what you see here is, as Adam surmised, a bit of the head cavity or sinus cavity. Up here we have something that's representing the roof of the mouth. And then down here, the tongue and, the bottom portion of the mouth, back of the throat, larynx here. And you get to graphically interact with it. Trouble is, you need to turn on the always on, at least as far as I've seen, for this version. Now, this is just a website you can go to and just start playing away. So I'm going to turn it on. It isn't easy to play. Okay, I think that's enough of me playing with my pink trombone.
Yes.
Um,
Thank God the camera's off.
Yes, the chat has pointed out this sounds a lot like a trip to the dentist.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more relaxed than that, but less yelping. But it's really an experimental instrument. And right now I have it on a dark mode for the website. When you go to it, normally it will appear like this. But
Oh,
it
no.
does, yeah, I know. Light pink on a white background is kind of like psychopathic.
It's a choice.
Yeah,
So-
any year now, StreamYard will get a dark mode.
Well,
Admire
this is
your
what I
optimism.
use. This is a Chrome extension called Dark Reader.
Oh.
So if you do search,
All right, Dark Reader. I'm making a note.
Oh, Babs has got it nailed, yeah.
okay, so this is like a prototype experimental. Folks can check that out. But another free software out there, anyone that frequents my channel will know of already, called VCV Rack, where it does have a free version. It's a Eurorack modeling software. And a version of this is also available for VCV Rack. So I am going to load that up because that gives you the ability to play this as an instrument with a MIDI controller and use different parameters that you would see here for, let me hear it again, for altering like the use of the tongue, other throat sounds and stuff like that. It's just in this. Oh, hold on. Let me try that. All right. I think that's enough of that. We're going to go to the
It sounds like the
VCV
sounds that
Rack
I made
version.
while driving on a long trip in the car that would make my parents threaten to pull the car over.
Been there, done that. I've always wanted a Welsh accent, actually, so this might be helpful.
Ooh. Now, I am opening up VCV Rack, and I need to do a little bit of wiring here just to connect it up to our browser input so we can hear it in StreamYard. And here we go. Let's do a little sound check, and then I'll share the screen. I don't hear shit. Hold on here. Let me just see. It's MIDI.
Adam, why don't you go ahead and replicate what we're going to be hearing? It's very...
La 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 la.
All right.
Yip, yip, telephone.
All right, so we're going to want to see this. This is software that people can download. I do have tutorials on my channel for it, like Learn Synthesis with VCV Rack. And basically, as I let go of sharing that tab, I can hopefully get back to StreamYard here and then share VCV Rack. Man, jumping around from thing to thing in Stream is not always that easy, but there we go. So here we go. In VCV Rack, Pink Trombone is this module right here. And basically, I know it looks confusing at first, but after a little bit, it's not so bad. I have these knobs here mapped to my MIDI keyboard controller, which I'll be turning them by using the controller. You see this knob in the upper left turn?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. These knobs here, in the first two knobs, are called tongue. So what I'm going to do is turn all my knobs down and just work with the tongue knobs to see how they shape the sound. Okay, I'm not hearing anything all of a sudden. Why? Let's see. There's MIDI there.
Amelia, so far my understanding is there are going to be two knobs, one tongue.
That's what I'm getting
yes.
from this.
Yeah. Let's see if we can. We had heard the sound a moment ago.
Yeah, it was just there.
Yep. And so.
Well, that's just what you would expect things to do.
Yeah, as soon as I share the screen. Yeah. Well, I don't see any reason why it's not playing now. Let me just make sure. We are on.
Because you need it to.
There. And we are on. Oh, Amelia, you're breaking my heart. You're shaking my
confidence daily.
All right. Maybe it's some of the... Oh, I know. It's probably one of the knobs I turned. Maybe in my efforts to zero things out, we zeroed them out. I see we do get a response down here. Look at this. Where our MIDI signals are getting through.
Yeah, I mean, I can see action on the ADSR. It's just the actual noise. Audio is showing no device right now.
How did that happen? Okay.
It knew we were live.
Yep, there we go. All right, so.
Well, you say that. There's still no noise.
Oh, you guys don't hear it?
No.
I do.
Nope.
Well, I mean,
you
1 out of 3 ain't bad.
The tongue, yeah.
Yes, is it kind of like, yeah.
Is it a pierced tongue or?
Yeah.
Yeah, those I've always found to be quite disgusting. No offense to anyone, but how about that?
Nope.
No.
No, sir.
9.
All the testing.
Oh, I heard that.
It was sort of a full body growl. Is
Yeah.
the noise that we
It
should be
seems
hearing?
angry.
It's
That's
called
that's
the
very interesting.
sound of my suffering. All right.
I make sounds like that when I have to write YouTube.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what I'm going to say is, all right, I'll imitate it. Here we go. As I turn this up, all right, we're hearing, it's like basically the throat gives you, and the tongue gives you,
And rinse.
And rinse.
All right, I think what we're going to have to do is be quite dynamic here and say, when you use this yourself, because I see all my connections are connected up. It's just not doing it because it just doesn't want to. And I don't want to take like 10 minutes to really,
Yeah.
try and figure it out because by that time everyone will leave. But this will work for you on your own when you're not in StreamYard, when you're actually doing it yourself, and basically all the parameters are there where you can control tongue position, throat position. You can press the keys, and sounds actually come when you're doing it. And down here is like an envelope section where basically it's called fricatives, but it basically gives you the beginning and ends and middles of sounds. And yeah, and down here there's frequency modulation, vibrato. So you can definitely use it as an instrument. I will know in the future, make a sample clip and this play the video because StreamYard cannot be relied upon.
Yeah, I
And
suspect that somehow StreamYard just dumped your audio in or something.
yeah, so in any case, that's Pink Trombone. If anybody wants, we'll leave it up to the chat. Do you want us to go back to the website and just start making sounds again,
You know
or
they
should we
do.
move
I mean,
onwards?
Yeah.
We'll never ask the chat to direct your stream because these people cannot be relied on for good
I mean,
judgment.
except for Psyche. Psyche, you might want to trust on that.
Well, right now, what I'm hoping is just not to lose the chat.
Where's Bill Shatner?
All right. Okay. So we will be pressing onwards. Next time I will just make video clips like I used to because I can't rely on that. But in any case, I have links in the description to the Pink Trombone website, the webpage to play with it. And if you want to work with it in VCV Rack, I have the link below to its module in the library
Well, I
where you
will
can use
say,
it as an instrument.
I think it's a swell interface for an instrument. It's relatable, certainly.
Hmm.
So yeah.
And actually, I'll probably be releasing a video this week in my series Wayfarer VCV Rack Patches where I utilize it and just give a demo. So look out for that. Anyone that's still interested, and we'll do that. But for the time being, we need to soldier onward because watching me trying to get stuff that should work to actually work when they're all connected up and all the options look correct, it's just gonna like destroy the stream, and we'll all have to find other hobbies. So, in any case, it's time for our second segment.
Moving on.
The reliable AI called Animal Intelligence. We tried this last week, and there's our cat Inga in
Hey,
her
Inga.
Datsun, cruising around, and just like cats are reliable creatures. They're reliable in being cats, and animal beings in general have a certain reliability factor to them that no matter how unreliable some people in your life might be, they're probably more reliable than AI. Or at least we are setting out to test that. Tonight we're going to be looking at a slide review of Nightmare at 20,000 Feet. That's the
Hooray.
Twilight Zone episode, season 5, episode 3, starring the great William Shatner, as well as Christine White. I guess a lesser known actress, but she was in it. She did a fantastic job, and we're going to look at some pictures. Now, we don't know, or at least you in the audience don't know, Jay and Adam don't know whether the pictures we're about to look at were actually from the internet through like a reliable search engine like Google, where you get pictures of human beings, or maybe it could be like some AI images from the Brave search that
Well,
I
the cat
often
driving the
use.
Datsun looks fully reliable to
Yeah,
me.
I mean that's pure realism right there.
Well, Inga's not part of the test.
Oh,
Oh.
She's a
yeah.
logo for the segment.
Oh,
We are about to move on. I'm just explaining the stakes here, folks, because what's coming up could either be good, accurate photos of the people, and in this case, it'll be William Shatner and then Christine White. Are these people, or are these AI generated pictures? So let's proceed to the first one. And there is that. An actual photo
no.
of
I enjoyed William
Shatner.
Shatner as the Hulk. He was very compelling, but no.
He also did a good turn as Sulu for a couple of episodes.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Then you gentlemen don't seem to
That's the incredible Shat.
feel much veracity in this image, and you would be correct in that this is a stable diffusion creation. And
It looks like what happens when you split a photo down the middle and mirror it,
Mm-hmm.
and it turns into a completely different person.
Yeah,
Because we're all basically a little asymmetrical. So yeah,
yeah. In
well,
fact,
for
actually,
me,
symmetrical people are really creepy for others to look at.
I'm getting
yeah.
creeped.
Yeah,
Next slide, please.
He's got the George
Hang Lee's
Takei
William
look to him.
Shatner.
All right. So anyway, let us move forward and see. Can we get a real bill, please?
No, apparently we cannot.
Is
This is
Bill running for the Republican Party?
Well, it's less Hulk and more special needs kind of thing going on here.
He seems happy though.
He does. Every day is happy for.
Well, the makeup artist could have done a little bit of overtime.
Wear sunscreen, kids.
Yeah.
This is a no for me, dog.
No, that's a whole lot.
How about
of
this? Could this be a photo of a wax sculpture in Madame Tussauds?
I mean,
Only
if I
Dick
was doing the sculpting at Madame Tussauds, perhaps.
Yeah, if Dick Miller was working at Madame Tussauds, I think we might be onto something.
Well, they would kill us instead.
It's killing me now.
Okay. This episode's great tonight.
Yeah, no.
Or my pink trombone went limp.
Yeah. It happens to men of a certain age. It's really
Actually, it looks like William Shatner in this one may have snorted a bit of pink trombone, and
Bill's feeling no pain.
Oh my god! What French hell is this?
Who knew he was Ukrainian?
Yeah,
I had no idea.
William Shatner make a very good movie.
It is from an art film, perhaps.
Well, the lobotomy scar barely shows.
Yeah. It'll heal up. It's fine. It looks like Shatner crossed with that guy that was always in the Schwarzenegger movies.
Oh, which one?
You
His
mean
buddy
Arnold
that was the
Schwarzenegger?
bodybuilder. It was like Lars
Arnold?
or Olaf or something like that. He's in like Predator. He's the one that's the Russian advisor that he shoots with the grenade launcher.
Yeah, he looks very Eastern European.
Yes. He
looks like he was deadlifting in the Olympics this weekend.
Right, that's what I mean. Yeah, he's got the bodybuilder and his shoulders are unnaturally wide along with his head.
Well,
I cannot afford neck. It's very small.
I am Hans and this is Franz.
Another no. That's 3 in a row.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'd like sometimes for AI to really center things a little bit better.
Oh my god!
Bill was never the same after the burn accident.
He made a pact with Hypnotoad. He can't die now.
The nurses in the burn ward were really tired of his shit.
You've had enough skin grafts. Out you go.
Exactly. Move on out.
Leave the bed for someone else, would you?
Stop stealing the other patient's skin grabs and piling them on your own.
Well,
Maybe he
I think
ate
it
them.
was, this is Bill with anaphylaxis.
He used to eat
Not the
crustaceans all
bees.
the
I don't
Nurse.
know. It's
time.
like,
Get him an EpiPen, please,
Yeah.
Barbara.
I guess the AI engine kind of put a little too much Michael Gambon in this.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Stitch is right. It does look like a retired boxer.
it's Bill Shatner stars in Barfly.
Raging Shat.
Got a Mickey Rourke period in his life he's not really proud of.
yes.
Well, all right. So I tried 4, and I guess it's 0 for 4. AI did prove this week that animal intelligence is more reliable than artificial intelligence. But who knows, now that they're scanning YouTube.
Oh,
can
yeah,
all look
that'll
forward to
work out
that.
just great.
What could possibly go wrong?
Now, are you gentlemen familiar at all with Christine White? Who
Maybe
Christine
if you
White?
showed her.
Christine White. She played the actress. Well, she is the actress.
She played the actress.
No,
I'm the dude who's playing the dude that is the dude.
She played the wife in 20,000. Well, Nightmare at 20,000 feet. And
I don't remember her, but I did not rewatch the episode. So
okay, well, we'll see here. Now this is black and white. A bit of a challenge here because the episode is, of course, in black and white.
I think that's real.
I will say real.
Okay.
I'm certainly
You
more
are-
familiar with William Shatner.
You are both correct. This is her, and it is from the episode. That's the blouse that she wore, and so obviously this is a screenshot from the episode itself, or who knows, maybe it's taken on set, but that's how she looks in the episode, and she does varying degrees of WTF faces in the episode because
Well, Bill does begin to tell some stories that are somewhat hard to believe.
And he has that effect on women in real life as
Yes,
well.
yes. Well, when they don't go swimming.
Yeah. Nobody gets that reference. I try to do a joke about that every time. But nobody.
Okay, well, once again, I'm going to try 4, and so let's see here.
Oh my gosh.
Now, bear in mind, perhaps I did a Google search for Christine White, and it just showed some other Christine Whites. Could this
Well,
possibly be a Christine White from the universe at large?
only
No.
if she had a Gaussian blur done at the hair salon.
Yeah. Or they're using a very specific lens that only has a 1-inch focal plane before everything goes blurry.
Yeah.
And
aside from the hair, I would absolutely believe that she is the nastiest woman in the principal's office at school.
oh yeah.
But yeah, the hair is kind of a dead giveaway there.
Mm-hmm. So that's not an understanding smile there.
No,
She
that
understands how she's going to dispose of your body. Yeah.
All right. So once again, all right. This is that you guys are correct. That your instincts are right on. This is an stable diffusion generated Christine White. Now, did I go off online and use Google to find Christine White's, finding the actress to be, only 1 or 2 pictures, and I had to, procure some other Christine White from existence. Some,
At this point, I'm
someone-
hoping for Christine the car.
Yeah.
How
Oh my
about
gosh.
this one?
Wow.
I think her name would be Christine Gray because that looks like someone from my family, 100%. Again, I got to lean forward.
I'm gonna say that's real.
And Adam?
Scanning.
Zoom, enhance.
I am going to say real, but I'm not 100% convinced. But I will say real.
Well, your trepidation is not without reason. This is a stable diffusion
Really?
generation.
Yeah, the only
Ah.
thing that was throwing me off were the closeness of the eyes.
Yeah, she's a bit cross-eyed. I was looking at the tan line around her collar on the right side. That looked
Yeah.
like, surprisingly real.
Yeah.
The bushes in the back don't look great.
Yeah, and I think it looks almost like a doorway, and that's part of it. You know, you can't tell if that's a door or what there to the right. The
Yeah, I
white
mean,
and the dark gray, and it doesn't
Yeah,
reach the
the
ground.
house looks a bit fun house and
A little
falling
cobbled
down,
together.
but yeah.
Yep. And
But I've lived in those houses.
Oh yeah,
so it's
yeah,
fun.
yeah. It was not unfamiliar territory for me. I was like, no, it makes sense.
But it did a good job of showing us potentially, you know, a fantasy Christine White who would raise English
She looks like the
bulldogs,
lunch lady.
You know,
I
well,
want to point out that so far all the Christine Whites have been white, which is interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
oh yeah, no Barrietta White or anything like that. Let's see.
I'm
Okay,
with Black Lives, more like Kristen Bread.
well, I was saying I think she raises bulldogs.
Can you
well,
type in
actually, she doesn't exist. So
Can you type in LaFonda White for me and let's just see what comes up?
me? Okay.
We're gonna take a while to generate.
Never mind.
Yeah.
No, we can do that. I mean,
No.
No, God, no.
no.
Or Shaniqua White.
Yeah,
You think
Shaniqua.
that would be good.
Yep.
Put a lot of extra H's in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here we do.
A few apostrophes just randomly.
I forgot we have some time to kill due to that.
Oh yeah, due
trombone segment.
Due to
due to our unfortunate pink trombone malfunction.
Pink trombone.
I swear this is the first time it's ever happened.
It's not its fault. It's what do you call it? This damn thing. StreamYard.
That I believe.
All right,
That I
so here we
absolutely
are at. Oh, it's an NPR station in Gainesville.
Oh, perfect.
That was useful last weekend when the power went out. So anyway, we're gonna go. Do you want me to use Google or Brave search?
Oh, we definitely want the AI.
Shaniqua with an H.
Yeah.
Lots of H's. Well, Black Lives would know better than I do how to spell this.
And we'll go to image. Well, welcome aboard.
Spy Family. They're pretty white.
These two didn't come in yet.
Yeah, I think your problem is you used an N instead of an H on the first.
So it's Shahiqua.
You have Snaniqua.
Honda was my first suggestion, Barbara. Yeah.
Snaniqua. Well, that was pretty cool there. What is that?
Spy Family's not a bad show,
Spy
though.
Family?
Yeah, I mean, I give it a 5 out of 10.
Is there any character in it named Snaniqua?
No. No. Oh my God.
We're getting Shaun White now.
Shaun White.
Olympic.
In his Carrot Top phase.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're going to have to compare this to Google.
Oh, that's Shaun White.
Oh, that's Shaun White. It's sadly.
Well, we got to see if we find someone named Shaniqua, Well, we'd just be guessing, which would probably not be politically correct, to do so. Well, okay, google.com. Let's
Sometimes you dig for comedy gold and you just get dirt. I mean,
yeah.
Shaniqua.
Ginger White, says Bayona in the chat. Interesting.
White. Ginger White.
Gingivitis.
Not now, you pain in the ass.
Well,
yeah, it's use precise location so we can find hot singles in your area.
Hot Shaniqua White.
Yeah, hot Shaniqua White in your area. Oh, look, that's a Shaniqua White. Yep.
There we go.
Yep. Look at that.
So Google is more reliable.
I think it just understood the query much better.
Is this violin here? Oh,
No, that's
no, it looked like a violin
someone with a
bow.
flashlight.
Okay. Looked like a violin bow. Running for office or something? Let's see. So we do have
I
success.
mean, that one on the bottom roll is compelling. I would like but not now. I'll look it up later.
Yeah, maybe you should do that on your own time.
maybe.
Okay, so we're going to go back to our other Christine White query, and that means I got to go back to the correct tab and bring back the slides. Okay, there we go. Dog breeder who doesn't exist. Last one.
She should exist. I think we should give her a shot.
Yeah.
Last one.
This is hard.
I'm gonna go AI because those eyes are.
The neck folds are not quite right. The left eye is off. Yeah, I'll say this is AI.
Her maiden name could have been Kennedy. Kathleen
been.
Kennedy's.
Come from a long line of turkey necks.
Yeah. I mean, the bigger problem is like the left side of her face is collapsing into her neck in a disturbing way that then follows a fold that shouldn't be there.
All right. So, yeah, there was only one real human being in a photo in this whole presentation, and that was Christine White, number 1. And, so there was only one hiccup there where AI kind of did a pretty good job. So in pictures of human beings, also look at their surroundings. AI could be sneaking a fake human at you with a really questionable porch.
Yeah, a lot of times I noticed there's a total lack of three-fingered hands on this week's episode. That's a good giveaway. If you're not sure, look at the backgrounds. If the bushes look a little weirdly composited and you've got an aberrant Lego house there just on the edge of the frame, that's a good way to tell.
Okay, so I'm looking down here at the segments. I'm removing segment 1. I'm removing this segment, and now, finally, we get to experience a nightmare at 20,000 feet. And here we go. What the hell is that? That is not the first slide.
That is the Shat.
Yeah, I know. It's not the first slide, though.
I'm going to think that's real, if we're guessing now.
Real?
Yeah,
indeed.
Everything was black and white back then. So
yeah. I can remember a time before we invented color.
Okay, I'm looking for... Here we go. Frames, the first one. And so let me pop that up. That's typically what you see at the beginning.
Yes.
They tell you what show you're watching. And I did not include any of the music for that because that is something that certainly will set off copyright.
Oh, yeah.
So we just launch right in with the story, and we basically see some people coming into an airplane, and they go off to their seats, and then this young couple comes into the airplane, and they stage themselves properly on either side of the flight attendant, and we're given their names, a nice way of providing information so we know their names at the beginning, and they are being told where their seats are going to be, and they are introduced as Bob Wilson and his wife, I think it's Julia Wilson, or Judith. It was a J-U name. I believe Julia. And don't look it up on Brave, because when I did that, the character's name was listed as Helen Wilson.
Just don't look it up on Brave.
Exactly.
It's the rule.
We've
the
all learned
takeaway.
one thing.
You won't find a Shaniqua.
Shaniqua Wilson, right this way.
Perhaps
right this way.
Transitioned into Sean.
You'll be in 5A.
Okay, so anyway, let us go forward. They come on. And let me know anytime we do have a slide with a number in the upper right corner, because that's an audio cue. the the soundtrack was very good for this, or not soundtrack, the score was very good for this.
Yeah.
And I tell you, the sound effects were very good too. You could hear, like, when they started the plane's engines, you could hear them in the right way where it sounded like they were outside the plane, kind of
Mhm.
muffled, but still coming in enough that it sounded like, what I remember from being on planes that had propellers, but
Yep.
still were of a bigger size, because this is a propeller plane, and you could hear that there are propellers and everything. And yeah, I was feeling quite nervous to begin with, because I'm not a great flyer, and especially on propeller planes.
Yeah, Psyche, they were far more spacious.
Oh yeah, and they cared about you in this one.
Oh
Even if
yeah.
you're seeing like gremlins and stuff dancing on the wing, they'll still bring you a glass of water.
Of course you will.
Yeah. And so anyway, there she is. She's happy because after 6 months of being in, shall we say, put away, her and her husband are now reunited. Basically, he was on a plane before, we gather from the conversation, and he had a nervous breakdown, was in psychiatric treatment for about 6 months, and she had to basically take care of the kids and handle the household while he was away. And now they're going to be flying back home. And in fact, she even said, Mama's going to take you home. And so there we go. That's the setup. So he's recovered, and, he was kind of nervous here at the beginning. They're sitting right next to the emergency exit, which is important information for later.
Indeed.
I feel so
There's-
powerful when I sit next to the exit door.
Yes.
Like I could end all of you
Exactly.
right now.
I have the power.
And
This
does
is
it
what we
say
in the
there?
business call foreshadowing.
Chekhov's exit.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to read that. Auxiliary
No, it's Kirk.
exit. Auxiliary exit.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I guess they changed that to emergency exit in modern times.
Well, they're trying to keep you calm.
Ah, yeah. Well,
There won't be any auxiliaries on my flight tomorrow. I'll
Well,
tell
no,
you that.
it's more the auxiliary is a calm, easy name. Emergency? What the hell? What do you mean an emergency? There's going to be an emergency on this plane?
Yeah, exactly.
well, okay. So I guess back then they were a little more considerate.
Yeah.
And so here we are.
Well, they're trying to build trust still. I mean, most people hadn't flown.
If you want to build my trust, give me my ashtray back.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
The
Bob
smoking
wasn't
lights make them
having it.
functional again.
Bob didn't really care for the word auxiliary. He started getting a little nervous, and so he started lighting up. But Judith
Don't
or
mind if I do.
Julia, whichever her name is, started
Mama.
looking towards
Let's
the
just
front.
call her Jew. Oh,
Oh
sorry.
no, don't do that.
Sorry. Wrong show.
Just
Wrong
just call her Mama. She said Mama will take care of it. So
Oh.
tell Mama all about
Well,
it.
that's like a red flag for codependency.
Yes,
That's,
yes.
That's not a good sign either.
And I guess Shaniqua will be right out.
Mm,
Okay.
That's a safe word. That's not a term of endearment.
yeah. We need Etta James in this. Tell Mama all about it.
So anyway, she notices that the no smoking sign is on.
Bill.
Bill.
The Fast 10 is not on.
Yeah. Well,
The
thank God. That was a terrible
seatbelts
movie, and nobody wants to watch that.
are
Is
not
there a
on
themed
either.
button?
Yeah, themed. Where's the themed at?
What's our themed stat?
The themed light is now.
You're free to get up and move about the internet.
Exactly.
Okay, so she tells him, you can't smoke right now. You got to wait till the pilot turns on the fasten,
I'm an
Smoke.
American. I don't need to go.
No, the
Goddamn thing.
the smoke your seatbelts sign. And so he decides, well, he puts out his match, puts the cigarette away. Okay, I'll wait. I'll play along for now. He's actually kind of looking a little bit like that one AI picture right there. A little bit. Although he has more folds in the forehead.
Yes, he has a
That one doesn't.
set of forehead wrinkles as opposed to
Yeah,
just
as
the one
opposed to one
economy
where it's
size.
no, there's been a lot of consolidation in the forehead wrinkles phase.
Acquisitions.
Yeah.
Well, Juju likes him, and so she moves in. This is where she actually says, Mama will take you home. That turns him on, and it's like, oh, 6 months, So you can
All
see
right.
Somebody's going to get the Mile High Club.
they should have stayed on that. That would have kept him from looking out the window.
Yeah, a little handy, would be fine.
Mhm.
I can't watch
Yeah.
during one of those.
Well, then we wouldn't have an episode if, he was happily ever
Yes,
after.
this is. I
Yeah.
think Bion is absolutely correct. This is one of his better performances, and he has a lot of good performances.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
he takes a lot of crap, but he's actually, when he's on, he's a great actor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was completely believable. And even though he still was doing his style, it worked. And
Yeah, I mean,
so-
there's no real competence in this character. He's the neurotic aspects of it really come out.
And I also just want to quickly say that I think John Lithgow did a terrific reprise.
Yes.
Now, did we miss a numbered slide yet? I don't think so. No.
We definitely didn't get the hand job slide.
Mm-mm.
You mean the trombone?
Yeah,
The
the pink
the
trombone.
the gray trombone.
Yeah.
Well, looking at that vocal track, I did think at one time, would that fit Liam Neeson? But
Yeah, I was like, you're gonna have to relax that throat a little more. There's no.
Oh.
I think we're gonna have to bring that back a little bit.
I'm sorry to trash your show, Lauren. Jay and I,
That's
when we get
okay.
together,
I
it's
saw a
trouble.
ditch. I'm heading right for it.
Trouble.
I don't mind being trash as long as I'm successful.
That's the B-sides motto.
Exactly.
It worked for me.
So he's a little jumpy. He hears the door close because we saw that was a pilot closing the hatch, I guess as you would call it. Gets a little nervous. You're locked in now, baby. You wish they could just drive down the runway and drive there, but nope.
Juju,
You're
I
gonna
need a
fly
double
at
gin and
some
tonic
point.
stat or we're all dead.
Yeah.
Now, we will see in the credits at the end the stewardess who played the stewardess, but she, she could make you feel comfortable. She was really
I wish she would.
quite
Yeah.
polite. She was quite polite.
Mm.
And she's making
was a
sure everyone
different
has their seatbelt. Please put your seatbelt on, sir. Please put
I
your
was just
seatbelt
telling
on, sir.
Jethro today, I went through a rabbit hole of early Pan Am documentaries and promos not too long ago, and oh my gosh,
Yeah.
these ladies were made of steel.
Mm-hmm.
They could comfort you, they could entertain you. They had to cook the food on the flight.
Yep.
They were not catered meals back then, and they did it all in girdles and heels. Just
And
amazing.
long hours.
Very long hours, of
Yeah.
course.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, this is before Star Trek.
Yep.
Yeah, this was, let's see, probably 64. This was season 5, and the series
started
began
in
in
59.
59. So 64, maybe 65, I don't know. Okay, so he starts working with the air gadgets. Your only salvation when you're about to take off. Can I blow some cold air on myself, cool myself down? You're a little short of breath, that sort of thing. And they had them. That's nice. Getting nervous. Looking young.
Oh, he looks great. He looks great.
I'm trying to think how old he would be back then.
He's in his 30s.
Yeah, his character was 37. That gets mentioned at some point.
When was The Intruder? Was that mid 60s or late
Yeah,
60s? Okay. We're not too far off from that.
65, 66.
I forget.
It's not late 60s. It's
Okay.
earliest 60s. I mean, he would have done Judgment at Nuremberg around this time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and The Intruder, because I think that we figured out that Judgment at Nuremberg and The Intruder were
Well, The
very
Intruder was
close.
shot first.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but released after.
Right.
A Miracle got released at all.
64, I believe, is The Intruder because the Kennedy thing.
Ah.
Because they delayed it because of the Kennedy assassination.
So, William Shatner, according to Brave Search and AI, was born in 1931.
In Middle Earth,
Well,
he was known as William Shatner the Gray first, and then he transitioned.
Exactly.
let's look at his Wikipedia, see if we
Became
can
rather more
confirm
colorful.
that. Oh, you're in trouble
White
times.
is a color. Think of a rainbow.
Yeah.
You're in trouble times when you have to go to Wikipedia for backup to make sure something.
Yeah. Well, that's the more reliable source.
More reliable than Wikipedia these days.
Well,
March 22nd, 1931 was the birth.
yeah, so he'd have been like 32, 33.
Happy birthday, Bill.
92 today.
And not looking a day over 102.
No,
He
no.
really
Apparently
looks
he
great.
did a con like last week, like some horror convention in the Northeast.
There's our man, Rod Serling, folks.
Mhm.
The creator.
Writer,
of The
creator.
Twilight Zone.
What a voice. What a great presenter.
And
Rod was
singing-
actually about 23 in this picture. But,
Yeah, he was- He
he'd
was
seen
born a
some shit.
middle-aged man.
Yep.
Don't smoke, kids.
23, really? Should we look that up on AI?
But I got it from Brave. It must be true.
Brave said so.
Yeah.
I guess we won't go deep diving on that.
The terminal sign is a great subconscious choice by the art team there. I love that.
Terminal that way. So anyway, great eyebrows. So now we're going to hear an audio clip because I see the number 1 up there. And this is what we have.
Portrait of a frightened man. Mr. Robert Wilson, 37, husband, father, and salesman on sick leave. Mr. Wilson has just been discharged from a sanitarium, where he spent the last 6 months recovering from a nervous breakdown, the onset of which took place on an evening not dissimilar to this one, on an airliner very much like the one in which Mr. Wilson is about to be flown home. The difference being that on that evening, half a year ago, Mr. Wilson's flight was terminated by the onslaught of his mental breakdown. Tonight, he's traveling all the way to his appointed destination, which, contrary to Mr. Wilson's plan, happens to be in the darkest corner of the Twilight Zone.
The Twilight Zone.
Well, all those boarding flight 777 destined for the Twilight Zone. This is your boarding call.
I'm on board for this.
I mean, this is why you always check your connecting flights and all that stuff. If you have, I have a layover in the Twilight Zone, I'm just going to get the direct flight. I know it costs a little more, but I'm going to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I tried the flight that disappeared airline, and that
was problematic.
The layover was unbelievable.
Yeah, I watched do you remember the Twilight Zone episode where they have the plane that lands and nobody's in it, and then as they kind of mess with it, the guys, like one guy is like, man, these red seats are going to take forever to clean, and the guy's like, red seats, what are you talking about? They're gray. And then they figure out that everybody's seeing the plane differently.
Oh wow!
But
no, I don't remember.
The tail number is different, and all this stuff.
Wow.
And what does that say there?
Oh, stewardess.
Oh yeah, stewardess.
Stewardess Betty Crosby. Crosby.
That's good.
And yes, folks, we had stewardesses back then, not flight attendants.
Not flight attendants.
And everything was fine.
Yes.
They weren't terribly well treated, but yeah. All right, moving on.
Well, again, it's very much the naval aspect of it, right? That you always had a ship steward.
And also, very much Pan Am defining all of those terms and roles as
yeah.
well.
Yep.
They switched from male stewards very early on to make people more comfortable.
Yep.
And then it was produced by
Burt Granite.
Granny.
Brick hard cheese. Bronk drywall.
And written by Richard Matheson. These are straight from the credits, folks.
Yeah, Bayona, you're absolutely right.
Richard Donner. Oh.
Oh, yeah. Richard Donner did a bunch of Twilight Zone and other stuff. Yeah.
All right. I hope Babs is listening.
Yeah, Bayona. I didn't catch that last one. J.J. Anderson.
J.J. Abrams.
J.J. Abrams trying to be like this, doing his mystery box, never work in his film. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's because this actually has a box that you open up and go, ooh, neat.
There's something inside this box.
Oh, no.
It's not a black smoke monster. Oh, hi.
Hello.
Yes.
One.
Hello, Betty.
Yes. The actress's name is at the end. I believe it's something like Asa. We're going to have to wait till we get there.
Can I just call her One?
Yes.
Look at those dimples. She's lovely.
And that's what it looks like outside, folks.
Yep, there are miniatures everywhere in the sky. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn drones.
Drones.
I had to wait for a little bit of a lightning flash to really get much of anything. It's a little dark. And so they're flying. The sound is, really has you feeling like you're on an airplane, though.
And he's finally getting a chance to go through her purse and confirm his suspicions.
Yep. She's been cheating the whole time.
Oh, he's being sweet. He's buckling her up because they're going through a storm.
Oh, you're probably right.
Or he's looking for pills.
But she was sleeping. He's unfortunately not. Oh, no, she gives him pills. Even the pilot gets in on the act and gives him some pills. So anyway,
I wish never do that to me.
Yeah, I wish that still happened on flights.
Yeah, and have them work. I want to be unconscious.
I wouldn't run them out of Woodford Reserve if that was the case.
No.
And there we go. He's just looking out the window. You get the feeling that he's settled in, though, at this second in time.
Bayona, this looks like a remaster to me, for sure.
Yeah, the fact that I can read an awful lot of what's on that newspaper.
Yep.
Yeah, I really can't tell you.
Well, I tell you, there's $3 million for aid pledged to the South African earthquake victims. That's
if I
South
got
America, could be
South America, doesn't matter. SA, or it could be the victims of Harvey. That could.
And he's got the late sports results. Definitely a remaster.
Yeah, if I had this on physical media, I could answer the question, but I do not. And he's looking out the window.
There's that wing.
Yeah.
This will play a part later, folks.
I love that.
Oh, no, it plays a part pretty soon because he's looking out there and he's seeing the wing. And then he just kind of, leans in a bit. And we see the same wing.
There's a little something out there on the end.
Yeah, there's a little fuzzy figure.
Yeah.
Did we pick up a Canadian goose or something?
Yeah, I don't
know. Bill's going to figure it out for us.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you do see some much clearer images as time goes on, and especially in taking pictures. The screenshots, it's almost too clear because...
Tribbles, yes.
Yes.
No, I mean, that's very clearly Bigfoot. Stop it.
And again, I will say in the remake, the monster on the wing is
the gremlin is absolutely spectacular.
Yeah, gremlin's the right word for it. Yeah, it's spectacular looking. This looks like the Sasquatch from the $6 Million Man.
Yeah.
But still scary to see on the plane.
Or the guy dressed as a bear in The Shining.
Proto Chewbacca, let's go.
Yeah. Pretty
actually more convincing than the Chewbacca on the Galactic Star Cruiser.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, as it gets closer, and it does.
Say, honey, would you mind taking a look at this?
Yeah. Or could we switch seats?
Would you mind?
Yeah.
Well,
Sacrifices had to be made.
Might as well be Juju.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the mystery wing rider is kind of like just at first wandering around a little bit aimlessly and very casually.
Oh yeah,
I
Targ.
might
That's a
for
good
the
one.
wind
Yeah.
out there.
Thank God it's not the Gorn.
Not much drag
Oh.
at all, you know.
The show doesn't move that slow.
Yeah.
What the?
Well,
Yeah,
that's the window. So we're seeing a little streak of water on the window.
That's a look I have on my face pretty regularly.
During B-sides or just in general?
Just in general, yeah. What the hell am I seeing right now?
Ponderous.
Hmm.
And looking again, and it's taking a squat.
Yeah, he's gonna make a duty in the engine.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, dude, the bathroom's open. I don't know why you're going out there. I mean, you're pretty desperate. But... yeah. Yeah.
Appreciate your honesty, sake. It's my face during the copyright strike.
Oh boy, have we seen a number yet? I haven't been looking in the upper corner.
I haven't seen one, but
No, not yet.
Thank you for being there. Yeah, because I do have an audio clip here called "Something Out There," and we're right at that time. Yeah, and these
Feels like when the music would be ramping up.
Yeah, these back and forth scenes between looking out there and then him looking around. You know, he was looking at his wife; she's still zonked out, and he's looking around. It's like, is there anybody just kind of
anybody else noticing the giant teddy bear, the Teddy Ruxpin on the wing?
Yeah, Teddy Ruxpin is a good word for it. And there we get a good shot.
It's
of the
Hollywood
face.
magic, Bayona. Also looking a little bit like the salt monster.
Yeah, a bit.
Just around the face.
And,
Ding!
not sure why.
It is a Wampa.
It could be a Wampa.
The original Wampa, not the restored Wampa.
No.
And then basically what I do is reach up, try to get more air.
More air and ring that button 85
Yeah, I'm gonna
times.
need the service from the stewardess, please.
Sure, we all do.
Yeah.
Please return my brain to the
Hello.
normal position.
Yeah.
And she comes dutifully down the aisle. And she's like, yeah, can I help you?
You made me get up. What is it?
Yeah.
And nope, nothing there.
Nope, the salt monster's gone.
Yeah. That is Adam's face when we got the copyright strike.
No, it was much more accepting look on my
Yeah,
face.
yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way, folks, if you're looking for B-sides right now, Rumble is the place to go.
We're back. We're back.
Oh, you're back?
Yep.
We were
Alright.
handcuffed for a week, but we will be dual streaming on YouTube and Rumble again.
I
Go
have
to
going-
Rumble in case we get struck in the middle of another one. Then we
Yeah,
just
keep a
seamless
tab open,
transition,
folks,
yeah.
because these things happen more often than you would believe.
I have both links in the description, both the YouTube and Rumble channel for B-roll stage. They do much more interesting versions of this with moving pictures.
Yes, when it's my stream, we tend to get a little darker with the humor.
Yes.
Well, and you actually have the films playing. I
believe
Well-
I've identified our problem. Yes, is that we're showing entire movies.
Films may be pushing it a bit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you woke
Psychomania.
Juju. See, Bill.
Oh, Bill.
I like how she was waking up. She was just, kind of doing these arms and stuff. And
Yeah, a little. You gotta rub your eyes and.
Bill
not
never
mess
has two handies at home.
up.
it's like, be careful there. Got a stewardess leaning in. All right.
Yeah, that's the great thing about this episode, Bayona, is that the audience can't decide
Yeah, you
if he's
don't
just
know.
seeing something or. I mean, you set him up as an unreliable narrator.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Which is a wonderful, wonderful
And the only one
narrative.
that seems
Yeah.
to be able to understand him a little bit is Rod Sterling. And
Yeah.
he's no help. Okay.
I swear I saw a wet Wookiee out there.
Yeah. He said something largely to that effect. Later, we do get a more thorough description. I'm going to assume I missed the placement of number 2, so I'm going to play it right now.
I miss it most mornings, Lawrence.
I
It
believe the
happens.
Wookiee actually put it behind the engine, given his position at that time. Yep.
Okay, so sorry folks if it's a little low.
Oh, we're
Whoops.
getting it.
Sorry if that's
Okay.
a little low, folks, but yeah, the waveform was max. It must be a way that StreamYard plays it back.
That was pretty good. That was.
But
we could hear it.
Yeah.
Dun, dun,
Yeah, a lot of minor key and odd transitions to follow ups you wouldn't expect, and then
Put you off
get-
balance.
yeah.
and a little bit of woodwinds, and sometimes like mallet instruments just going ding 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 ding. When you see the outside Teddy. And so, just in the back and forth between his face and outside, it really does lock you in.
Yep.
It really does. And at one moment there, I was like, oh, is that a theremin? No, just the violin playing things in a very otherworldly way. And so that is the end of our slides for this first portion. I basically had to do them in 3 portions. So before we go on to the next portion, we're going to have a little bit of a palate cleanser. We're going to have another segment.
Oh,
Segment number 3. And basically, we can't leave Jay out of the mix.
Oh. You shouldn't
We
have.
could.
Really.
And please let me know in the comments section if you're watching this after the fact that, if you like these segments or not. But I feel we kind of need something. Just to have a change of pace. Doth it pleaseth the emperor?
Lawrence, are your men on the right pills?
Hot hail, Emperor.
Oh, hell yeah.
So we want to see if this pleases Jay. And each week it's going to be something different. It could be a sound clip. It could be an
Is
album.
it themed? Because that usually
themed.
the
I'm
Emperor.
very fond of.
Well, this week we're going to see. I have a feeling that Adam Gray will probably recognize this more likely than Jay, but we just want to see what Jay's opinion might be. And if not, we can help him out a little bit. Are you aware of an album from the late 80s entitled Beelzebub by the Dead Milkmen?
I mean, I know the Dead Milkmen.
Well, this is the album. That probably the most famous track from it was Punk Rock Girl.
Yeah.
And but my favorite song on it is a song called Stewart. Now, we here on Earworms do try to follow rules and not get in trouble. We're no B-roll stage.
Those scofflaws and vagabonds.
What got me into trouble was trying to follow the rules.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, we take far fewer risks here, so
That is true.
Looking something
Well,
up
with media
here.
anyway.
I am basically looking up to the lyrics of the song so that we can partake of the lyrics without playing the song, because even though it's an older song and not a very famous one from the album,
They
but a
don't care.
very enjoyable one, and I think one that has these lyrics are you'll understand what I mean when we hear them. I think they're poetry in motion,
Mm.
and so we're gonna check them out here. And going along with the theme of voice synthesis, we're actually going to play the
Science.
lyrics using another Chromium extension. Read aloud.
That's not happening.
You didn't hear it?
No.
No,
Well,
sir.
that ruins it.
So that's a no on the segments for you people keeping score. Hey,
yeah.
All right, I guess I'm going to have to read it.
Jay, read it. He's got a voice for.
Well, he's the one that has to decide whether it pleaseth him. We could take turns, but I used to have the lyrics memorized. You know what, Stuart? I like you. You're not like the rest of the people here in the trailer park. Oh, no, don't get me wrong. They're fine people. They're good Americans. But they don't know what the queers are doing to the soil. And I kind of got lost there. They're
You're
good.
that
fine
Johnny
people.
Worster kid.
Yeah, well, that comes up later. Oops, I got it memorized wrong. They're content to sit back, maybe watch a little Mork and Mindy on Channel 57, maybe kick back a cool Coors 16-ouncer. They're good, fine people, Stuart, but they don't know what the queers are doing to the soil. Now, for anybody out there that is going to get on me saying, oh, all right, this is unfriendly to the LGBTQ community, most of the people I knew in the 80s that were into the Dead Milkmen were actually, some of my gay friends as well as lesbian friends. You got to know the lyrics and understand them to know who's being made fun of here.
Yes.
Also, and I will add a historical note that queers self-identified as queers well into the 90s. So learn your history before you go blowing up on somebody.
Okay, I think Jay can take over for the not well-sighted man.
All right. You know that
he just had new eyeballs installed, so
yeah, I did. Yeah,
he's good to go.
Substantial upgrade. The kid that delivers papers in the neighborhood, he's a fine kid. Some of the neighbors say he smokes crack, but I don't believe it. Anyway, for his 10th birthday, all he wanted was a burrow owl. He kept bugging his old man, Dad, get me a burrow owl. I'll never ask for anything else as long as I live. So the guy breaks down and buys him a burrow owl. Anyway, 10:30 the other night, I go out in my yard. There's the Worcester kid looking up at the tree. I say, what are you looking for? And he says, I'm looking for my burrow owl. I say, jumping Jesus on a pogo stick. Everybody knows the burrow owl lives in a hole in the ground. Why the hell do you think they call it a burrow owl anyway? I'm going to need some scrolling here.
Yep.
Now, Stuart, do you think a kid that is going to know what queers are doing to the soil?
Do you think a kid like that is going to know what the queers are doing?
Yeah, what the queers are doing to the soil, for God's sakes.
Now, you got to put yourself here. We're doing this on the cheap here. We don't have any music or anything, but the music's da 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 da, and the lyrics are being actually kind of yelled at. It's like, now, Stuart, do you think a kid like that's going to know what the queers are doing to the soil? They're a punk band after all.
Oh.
So anyway, let us proceed forward.
I first became aware of all this about 10 years ago. Summer my oldest boy, Bill Jr., died. You know that carnival comes into town every year? Well, this year they came through with a ride called the Mixer. The man said, keep your head and arms inside the Mixer at all times. But Bill Jr., he was a daredevil, just like his old man. He was leaning out, saying, hey, everybody, look at me, pow. He was decapitated. They found his head over by the snow cone concession. A few days after that, I opened up the mail, and there's a pamphlet in there from Pueblo, Colorado, and it's addressed to Bill Jr., and it's entitled, Do You Know What the Queers Are Doing to Our Soil?
Now, folks, I don't know what the ages of folks that are watching this are. Probably they're around our
the
age.
Pueblo, Colorado reference.
Yes.
It's kind of a deep cut if you're a
Yeah.
younger person.
Well, it's from the 80s. It may have started before that, but like in the 80s, that was a place where, all these commercials on television, it was like, write to this address in Pueblo,
And
Colorado.
they're mostly like public service announcements, but not
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of them. Apparently, Pueblo, Colorado was a hot spot for mass mailings.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know why, but it was. But it basically, we used to have to write out to places to have them mail you back. I don't think the younger generation today will understand that.
No, when I first started interacting with the mail, you could send stamps to people in lieu of cash. Like if you saw an ad in the back of a comic book and you wanted some X-ray glasses, you could send $1 worth of postage stamps and they would treat it as cash.
Yeah.
Self-addressed stamped envelope to Pueblo, Colorado.
And if you used to have any of those, I'm trying to remember one of the magazines I had as a kid. It was some space enthusiast thing. It had this guy on the front called Ulysses, this little robot thing.
Amazing stories or
Yeah, it might have been
something like that.
But it was actually had a lot of actual science in it because around then was when they put up, what was that space station that was before the international ones?
Skylab?
Skylab,
Mir?
yeah. When Skylab went up and there's ads in the back of that thing for like X-ray glasses.
Yeah, get Inga on the keyboard there,
lasers and
Psyche.
stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Inga saying bass, Psyche saying tenor.
okay, I have no idea what's going on. I think I'm busy
Prepare
talking about.
for a cat on the keyboard is what
Yeah.
Psyche's saying.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully it's hers because I'm here by myself and there's no Inga. Okay, so let's get it back to Stuart. Now, just remember, Stuart is who this person, our narrator, is speaking to. So, so after Pueblo, Colorado, and
He got
The
his
mailing
his
from-
mailer. Yeah.
yeah, so it's now Stuart. If you could begin there, that would be great.
Now, Stuart, if you look at the soil around any large U.S. city with big underground homosexual population, Des Moines, Iowa, for example, look at the soil around Des Moines, Stuart. You can't build on it. Can't grow anything in it. The government says it's due to poor farming, but I know what's really going on, Stuart. I know it's the queers. They're in it with the aliens. They're building landing strips for gay Martians, I swear to God. You know what, Stuart? I like you. You're not like the other people here in the trailer park.
So the beauty of this is a lot of people say, "Oh, they're saying queers," and it's like, no. Actually, let's see, who is being made fun of here?
It might be the
could be the
conspiracy
redneck.
theory redneck. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's
Just a
could just be
guess.
Yeah, and it's not even the people in the trailer park, because he keeps saying over and over again, "You're not like the rest of the people here in the trailer park,"
Yeah.
because they
It's
don't
the
know any
trailer
better.
park royalty that's being
Yeah, exactly.
So it's kind of interesting. It's one of those things where I think it was kind of smart because it's a punk band, and this is pretty much yelled at. It's yelled out and the whole
Full
time,
volume.
and the music behind it is really kind of cool. It's like, I don't know, it's just almost like a merry-go-round type of thing, and played on guitar. But the points of emphasis and the crescendos happen just at the right time, and you think, I mean, the casual observer wouldn't understand what's being made fun of unless you really get into the lyrics and try and understand it. But in any case, I don't know. Hopefully it pleaseth the emperor, but I think next time I'm going to have to come up with some better ideas.
It very much reminds me of the Beat Farmers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah?
They were a San Diego punkabilly group, and very much sang as rednecks. They had gun sale at the church. The lakeside trailer park. That kind of but they were like a cross between the some of the things that they would sing are very much like pro the everyman kind of guy, and then others where they're making fun of. But we've got a few in our group that we need to get rid of because they're a bit problematic, right? Make fun of them and mock them.
And it's very much a common writing tool in 80s punk rock. The first place my mind goes to is the Dead Kennedys, where you're speaking as someone from the other side,
right? The thing that you're mocking,
yeah, and making them sound stupid,
yeah.
And that kind of subtlety is kind of lost these days. I'm just gonna scream from my rocking chair.
No, California Uber alles,
yeah. If you just react to buzzwords, you're gonna miss the whole point. I remember having an interaction with a presumably African American woman online, and I think it was in a live chat, and we were referring to people like Nancy Pelosi, whatever, and speaking from her voice in the chat, saying, "Oh, as long as I have this Wakanda cloth on, everything will be fine." Something like that.
Can't criticize me with a dashiki.
Yeah, this woman absolutely blew up. It's like, how dare you? They're not called Wakanda cloths. They're like, back out, zoom out a little bit, and realize that we're speaking facetiously and making fun of.
In her voice, yes, because she's ignorant and doesn't actually know what those
are.
Don't know she would assume it's a Wakanda cloth because the only thing she knows about African Americans is that she saw Black Panther.
And if you've never been terrified, I would advise you to watch Nancy Pelosi sing Wakanda Forever, because it is truly special.
Oh. I'm feeling somewhat tumescent now at the idea.
Have to look that up with AI.
I'm a little clenchy myself.
I decided before we get right back to that, since you guys were being festive in your recall of some things from the glory days of yesteryear.
Well, back in my day,
there's another song on the album that was kind of referred to something you had on B-sides, and I want to see if you can guess what it is.
Wife beating? Yeah, we do that every
other
week.
Yeah. I mean,
well,
we're
actually,
big fans.
If you just read it off a little, you don't have to read it off. You just read it a little bit to yourself and just see if you can see what's being talked about here.
Yep, all of these. Yep, did that
Sounds
yesterday.
Sounds like Mr. Brown's show, really.
It was earlier today.
Close.
I did that. Yep.
It's a different Brown, though. If you heard the music, it would help, because it's
I don't know the tune.
It's a kind of a cross between punk and crap. Maybe I should go for it. It's kind of like a cross between punk and funk.
Oh,
James Brown.
Yes, indeed. And let me see if I can get it here.
We got the Pope.
I believe
because it was here. We're going to hear a little bit. Slight risk.
Yeah, just play 5 seconds. You should be all right. Oh yeah, there it is.
Oh yeah,
there it is.
Yep.
There we go.
With a lead pipe.
Oh yeah.
Goes back with a 2x4.
As one does.
I think that's enough for your copyright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what label the Dead Milkmen are on,
but that
you could play almost anything from Jello Biafra's label, Alternative Tentacles.
Yeah,
play almost anything.
Yeah,
they were referred to in Punk Rock Girl, this album. But one thing about that on B-sides, you played that news report where they were interviewing.
We played
James
it a
Brown.
lot.
Oh yeah.
Where James Brown basically
he's out on love.
At Mint Mobile, we like
zoomed out of his head. Now this guy, Ryan Reynolds, confirmed racist.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
maybe not. He's Canadian. He gets a pass.
I'm just trying to get past the ad. Mint Mobile, because just to give you a little taste of Stewart.
On channel 57, maybe kick back a cool core 16-ouncer. They're good, fine people, Stuart, but they don't know what the queers are doing to the soil. You know that worker get Fiddler's papers in the name.
Yeah.
That's enough of that. So there you go, folks. Just a little bit of taste of punk from the 80s. Give it a try if you haven't yet, because actually as you get older it makes more sense and it's a little bit wiser than what you thought it was back then, I think.
Oh, if you haven't listened to the Beat Farmers, I highly suggest you do so.
Okay, I'll be doing that too. And maybe next week I'll provide a little commentary. Do they have
Baby's
any
Liquored Up
electronics
is
in it?
a fine track. It was actually used in a video game, Redneck Rampage,
Okay.
and
I'll check.
that's got a great soundtrack. It's got the Reverend Horton Heat, and yeah, just a whole bunch of.
So anyway, yeah, that was referring to, once again, because we didn't make it clear, because we kind of know, but maybe some people don't know, James Brown did beat his wife, and it was kind of like let go,
Well, he was out on love.
generally,
He was
and
out on love. He confirmed that in the interview.
but the Dead Milkmen didn't let him get away with it.
No, they did not believe he was in fact out on love.
And especially at that time, that what is it, Living in America, or
Yeah,
the big hit that was his
Rocky IV.
Rocky Four.
return, was his return, and it's like, so he was a big name at the time, and then he didn't get, I guess, as much scrutiny as he should have, and
Well,
anyway.
I also think if you're gonna go to prison, you should probably go as James Brown.
Yes,
You'll probably be treated a little bit better
yes,
than the street level drug offenders.
yes.
hmm So anyway, there we go. So now we're back to Nightmare on a Plane.
Oh yeah, we were
20,000
watching the
feet.
Twilight Zone.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna have to work out these segments a little bit better and have it be either related or something like that. Have Pink Trombones working. I don't know.
I have the same issues, Lawrence.
I'm gonna have a breakdown soon. I'm gonna be like Bill Shatner, but one of the
You should
ones
get
that's
on a
the
plane.
AI photos.
Yeah, you should sit and coach.
Yep,
and,
yep. Definitely get the window seat.
skip a couple nights sleep before you do it.
Yeah.
And,
Well, now Christine White looks pissed off.
well, she's concerned. I think she's concerned.
She's like 6 months, and you're already doing this shit again.
You're unraveling again.
Yeah.
No, she didn't get mad. She really had the patience there, but her face was just telling a different story than what she was saying.
And for the younger people in the audience, this is what we used to call acting.
Yes.
She's like, what? Because he's saying there's something out there. I mean, but he's too nervous to explain what it is right away. So it's like there's something out there.
Well, he's aware enough of himself to realize that it doesn't sound good, but it is what he saw.
Right.
So he's just trying to contain it. And yeah.
And questioning himself.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go. And she's looking at the watch because she's thinking, well, maybe it's time for your sleeping pill.
I'd say
Oh,
so.
yes.
Uh-huh.
Please. Thank you.
So, well, they request water, and she brings it. No bottled water here, for folks. Poured straight from the
toilet.
container.
Yeah. Yeah. The blue is for flavor.
Sanitized for your
Yeah.
protection.
But you actually see her pouring it in the back, so kind of cool. And anyway, he takes the pill, drinks it down, and they're hoping that'll be the end of this stuff, but nope.
No, I don't think so, because Bill can't keep the shade closed.
No.
He's going to
That's
keep an
one
eye
thing I
out
was
for
thinking.
everyone.
Yep.
That's one thing I was thinking. You see, they have this thing there, these things there called curtains. And
Yes.
Don't open the curtain, Bill.
No.
Don't open the curtain.
No. Everything's fine.
Unless you hear knocking on the window. Do
Yeah.
not.
Well, even then, it's probably a Jehovah's Witness, and you don't want to answer that.
Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior
Yes.
Bigfoot?
Oh, not right now.
I could see Christine there. She's looking like she's asleep. Did a good job. Not all actors can sleep well.
Did Bill have a pierced ear?
I doubt it.
It's just an unusual fold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a piercing hole, though.
Yeah.
Never mind. Moving on.
All right.
You had a possum knocking on your window? That's awesome.
Yeah, we get that now and then.
I love possums.
Yeah. Don't accept what they're handing out either.
I guess
They just want to help.
It
They
wanted
just
to
want
play
eat
the
bad
keyboard.
bugs.
Yeah. The problem is they smile at you.
I have the same problem with otters.
Yeah.
But you get this facial expression. Yeah, he's trying to hold it in, that curiosity,
Yeah, well, he needs to know if it's him or if that's really happening. Because oh my gosh,
Oh,
it is
yeah.
really happening.
Yeah. It's Wanda from In Living Color that showed up for a date. It's very
AI is outside the plane.
bam.
I typed in Phyllis Diller, and this
Yeah,
is what happened.
this is what I got. Oh no.
It
Sitting
was
in the
real
clouds.
fuzzy. I don't know.
I didn't I didn't mess with it at all. That's really what you get.
No, I'm just kidding. But it was an interesting choice to make the creature out there hairy, like sort of a Yeti kind of a thing. That
Well, it
could
was cheaper.
maybe it could. Well, they had the costume clearly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you could kind of brain cannon that, maybe it's a Yeti kind of thing, and it can be warm up at 20,000 feet outside or something like that. But I still definitely prefer the creature in the movie remake.
Yes.
So.
Also, the guy that is actually playing this, he's ugly as sin in real life, right? I mean, look at that nose and those lips. That is
Central casting. We need someone with a real wide nostril.
Yeah, I mean, the outside his cheekbones style nose is what I'm looking for, and
what's his
very
name?
loose lips. Large but loose, like maybe graham crackers should be fed into them. That's what I'm looking for here.
Vlad the Inhaler. When can he come in?
Yeah, exactly.
I think we have some prosthetic mortician's wax going on here
For the nose. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it's a little bit Quark from.
it is terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that. I don't want that outside my window.
No, and definitely not inside the window.
Uh-uh.
I mean, maybe once. So I've been drinking a lot, but I'm not going to be proud about it.
But it was a quick, flash.
Yeah, it is a
of
quick
face.
flash.
Yeah, it's not like you really
They
have
build
time
attention
to
so
examine
well.
it like we did.
Yeah,
And even from over the shoulder, you can see Bill's expression.
yeah.
Yeah, great camera angles to get that. And
Yeah, this is very well shot. The rain and the lighting and everything is pretty great.
a little bit
Need
more
to
of an
trim those nose
Ahsoka
hairs.
look there.
Me too. I don't judge.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Oh golly. Oh, I shouldn't have signed up for that blind date service.
Do you have 9 more of those sleeping pills?
Yeah.
I don't feel great. There is a man. Well, Bayona, I feel that way about you too. I think it's mutual.
Yeah, it's true.
And on a plane, literally on a plane.
Yeah, on it, not in it,
plane.
not in it, on
a
it.
plane.
Yeah.
Oh,
Agreed.
boy.
That's a great frame. That is a great frame.
Yeah.
Stewardess,
Wake up, Christine.
I have a problem.
Oh, and then you.
I definitely ordered the windows without any obstruction on the windows. So if
I
you
ordered the
fix that-
vegetarian meal.
Yeah.
I could do without the auxiliary life form.
Yeah.
And
Can somebody go out there and clean that window for me? I'm having problems seeing.
it gets timed just right as the stewardess comes in. Yeah, I tried to capture, but it was a little hard to capture.
No,
but,
these frames are great.
And away we go.
Yeah, it decides it's going to walk away. No problems with drag, no problems with wind or anything. And then he looks at it, he sees, oh no, it's gone. And that's just when, hey,
Look at the timing.
Timing.
and all these people that don't see what you see in films and TV and stuff, they just don't seem to understand. they look at you, you know, like you're so.
Why am I the crazy person just because I spent 6 months in the mental institution because I flipped out on a plane?
Right.
So anyway, there we go. And then we look outside. The wing is bare. This is what the stewardess sees. Yeah.
So this is
Oh, shit.
and it just keeps ramping up
Yeah.
and repeating.
I
He's
got
just-
this because it is such a casual walking around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
with
he's
this
just strolling.
It's like, yeah, what's up?
He's the Snuffleupagus of Gremlins. He's
Yeah.
Not everyone can see him. And Bill is just here trying to untangle the knot.
Yeah,
He's
it's like,
"I-"
that's definitely not happening. Whatever I'm seeing out of my peripheral vision is not happening right now.
Close the curtain, Bill.
Yeah, just close it very slowly.
I do have an audio clip behind the curtain, so this is what we just saw would have sounded like. That's the face reveal.
Yeah.
It isn't there.
Yeah, it isn't there.
Honey, would you wake up, honey?
Yes, Mr. Wilson?
Okay. There we go.
Another pill, please.
Yeah. I'm going to need a few more.
So
The
that's what we,
Snuffleupagus on the wing of the plane.
Yeah, yeah. No, I
Yeah.
specifically asked for the sleeping pill, not the hallucinogen.
I've seen pajamas like that. You know, for sleeping in cold
Why are
weather.
you in my house, Lawrence?
Yeah. Maybe at a furry convention.
Oh, what a great face.
That's my face if I've ever been at a furry convention. What the hell?
Yeah, they do some strange stuff, don't they?
You could be the next guest on B-side.
Yeah, exactly.
And the furries taking a spot.
Oh my god.
Hanging
Furries
out
are
like
taking over.
a man bun Wookiee on a lunch pail.
Where's this metal detector?
That's how he found the plane.
Oh! Is there virgins around here?
72 virgins.
No, 72
Exactly.
virgins. Excellent. I saw them play the Cow Palace.
I love that you always reference the cow palace because I know what that means.
Exactly.
I've worked there. Yes, Psyche, please watch the episode. It is. Yes, Bayona, he is taking a toll.
Yes.
Yeah, well, it's not fair. I was going to say, because we're taking screenshots of this from a video editor software, and it's like, you're not supposed to do that. So
Yeah, I've seen guys on the beach that look like that too.
when
Mhm.
it's
Usually
quick,
wearing a Speedo.
it doesn't look as bad. I don't know. Maybe it's just crouching like, an ape would do now and then.
He's contemplating.
Yeah.
How long do I want to torture this poor actor?
Yeah.
Maybe I should reevaluate my life choices.
Couple
Crouching gremlin, crazy Shatner.
Couple of back and forth here,
Like I said, I didn't get to rewatch the episode, but does he start pulling the wing apart like they do in the movie?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
does. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
he starts doing damage.
Yeah,
Cool.
not yet. He's still just
Yeah, no, he's still just
getting over
take
there.
a look, just doing
Well,
a stroll.
He's working his way over there now. He's
Yeah.
like, okay, I got to find something to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Wonder
a long
what's
flight.
in this.
All right. And
There we
yeah,
go.
There we are. And he starts taking apart the engine. And this really, I mean, it would concern me too.
Yeah.
Well, see, and I've been on a couple of Southwest flights where the wing was already taken apart.
Yeah.
So-
Came pre-disassembled.
But Bill's concern is not over.
Yeah, no, that's very. In fact, he's being very calm about this.
Got to get those frequent flyer miles, though.
Well, there was a commercial break, and
course there
then We come back to the clock, and I wanted to capture it for fun. And then there was a good lightning strike that really illuminated this for us.
Hmm.
Rainy times.
Honey, I'm sorry to bother you.
Yeah. Do you happen to know how many inches this plane needs to fly?
Yeah. Should we all get on the other side of the plane?
Yeah, yeah.
now?
Let's even some things out here.
Well, this is where he decides to tell her, that there's a man out there, and he thinks it's one of those things that they saw during the war called gremlins.
Yep.
I think he tries to rationalize a little bit, like it could be a baggage handler that was.
Yeah,
trapped
that's his
or-
first thing. Oh my God, it's a mechanic that's stuck or something. Yeah.
He's trying to rationalize. He's doing his best, but I mean, he's seeing what he's seeing, and
Mm-hmm.
Surprise, motherfucker.
my
This-
barbaric yawp.
Yeah.
This is not from the joke version.
No,
This is-
don't be reading Walt Whitman while I'm out here. That's not right.
And we're laughing about this, folks. But if you haven't seen this episode, watching this as a young child,
Oh,
it
God,
was
yeah.
absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
Like most Twilight Zone, it was totally terrifying.
Yeah, and again, and playing on the common fears that people have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're already in a very tightly screwed situation if you don't like to fly.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're not supposed to see this outdoor creature like in such detail.
It's not in the brochure, but it is a feature that they do offer.
Yeah, we were watching this on NTSC broadcast. So between the static and the general crap of the CRT and then NTSC in general.
We're only 30 years off from War of the Worlds broadcast here,
Yeah,
folks. So
yeah.
people were not as sophisticated back
Yeah,
then.
if you want to recreate the feeling of what it was like when it originally broadcast, take some Vaseline and smear it on your monitor, and then
Mhm.
that'll give you an idea.
Is that War of the Worlds broadcast public domain yet?
I believe it is. I have not checked. We don't do radio programs, but I believe it is.
Oh, I don't know. I got to check on that because that would be a great episode.
Oh, I would love to do that. Yeah. I'm sure we could get some clips that we could get away with.
And I could, put some Pink Trombone in this background.
Oh.
So anyway, she at this point, she's still an understanding wife at this point, but
That's not the face of understanding. Her words are not matching her forehead.
I think this is when he mentioned gremlins.
When I get this expression from my wife, I know it's time to just shut down. and go to
Exactly.
the
It was
other
like,
room.
oh, that came out of my mouth. So I didn't filter that, did I?
Yeah. It's okay, honey. I'll just go watch boxing. and,
Exactly. I'm fine.
you go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to kind of fix his hypotheses a little bit.
He's
I
trying.
do have a recording of this, so when
Yes, there's a number 4.
Yes. So far.
and because this is really good, and hearing Shatner's delivery is awesome.
You remember what I told you before about seeing something outside?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Julia, there's a man out there. I don't mean a man, I mean I don't know what I mean. I mean, maybe what do they call them during the war? You know, the pilots? Gremlins. Gremlins. You remember the stories in the...
No, he's just seen that forehead.
Julia, don't look at me like that.
Julia is her name. Yes, Julia.
Yeah, don't look at me like that.
It's going to be juju for me forever.
It's like, yes, I've heard those stories too. They're just stories, and you don't get to recite them. So anyway, yeah, I think the cutaway angles were a little bit more fierce than some of the other ones, because there she still looks like, really concerned, but, he asked her, could you please check with they called him the flight engineer. So I guess
But you would have had
that's a flight
3
engineer's.
people in the cockpit. You would have had a pilot, a co-pilot, and an engineer.
Yep.
And often
navigator.
Yeah, more than that. Yeah, navigator and.
It's like, could you have them look at the wings and just pay attention to the wings? Because this thing's out there and it's taking apart the engines. And she decides, okay, I'm going to go up.
I'll humor you.
She's been humoring him for 10 years.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fine.
And there we go. She talks to stewardess because she went knocking on the cockpit door, and the stewardess is like, can I help you?
Again.
I want to point out
Wife of the
that
crazy man.
light them up if you got them, because the no smoking sign is extinguished right now. So, we're all
But
good.
please fasten and please seatbelt.
Yeah, yeah. But smoking, perfectly fine.
Back there, he's still looking out the window.
I think I figured it out. It's Hassan Piker is out on the
Oh
field.
my God! Yes, yeah. But with a much more substantial hairdo.
Yeah.
And there we go. The flight engineer comes out.
Yes. So here's where we have an interesting turn again. As a viewer, he comes out and he's like, "How does this guy know we're having engine trouble?"
Mm-hmm.
So you get flip flopped again. Like, what's real?
Yeah,
what's
you're
not?
like, oh no, he must. I mean, everybody thus far, and very clearly, every time somebody looks, he's the gremlin's gone. So you're thinking it's in his head, and then now
it could be both,
and it could be,
both.
but suddenly his delusion, or is it? But has collided with reality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's very possible that he's hallucinating the gremlin, but
And
there
just
actually
seeing
was a
the
flame
engine.
out.
Yeah.
So he comes over, and it gets explained to him. And as soon as he kind of
I think
assesses the situation, he
I think he
decides-
said it was hit by lightning. I don't recall exactly.
Yeah, because we've been flying through the storm the whole time.
that
Yeah, I think the
may
engineer
have
says it was
been-
hit by lightning.
That may have been in the film version, but what I watched this week,
I could be mixing them up.
he just says, okay, we're aware the man's out there, but you don't want to upset the other passengers. So he basically is taking the route of,
I will engage in your delusion, and
Yeah.
would you like another pill?
Yeah, would you like a pill and a vodka?
Yeah, I know I would.
yeah, because you don't see
Don't mind if I do.
Yeah.
not only the creature, but you don't see damage either. And so, yeah, in this one, he's basically going to humor him.
Yeah.
And
I think I might have been confusing the movie.
and basically explaining to him that we're not going to, we're going to be quiet about this. But he's like, you know he's out there. It's like, yes. of
Yes, and we're
course.
sending our best men out on the
Exactly.
wing to take
Top
care of
men.
the problem.
Top men are
Top
handling
men.
it. Yeah.
But little does he know that Bob has decided that he's going to go out there and
Fix this shit myself.
Yeah, if you want something done.
Yep. You got to do it yourself.
he'd sooner see the plane crash than let that thing go. And it's like, okay.
Which is a poor decision, I think. But he's
Yeah.
under a lot of stress.
Well, he's just had his delusion confirmed.
No one ever did me that favor.
Yeah, no, yeah. What the hell? There's a reason that you don't engage with crazy people and agree with them on their delusions, nor do you argue. You just smile and nod, and then you give them the pill.
Yes, and so they're arranging stronger medication. And that's the end
Rohypnol.
of this set.
Is this all I had to do to get doped up on a flight?
I've tried it. All you do is get handcuffed.
Usually they interrupt the flight and they escort me off.
Yeah, yeah.
With
Well,
some
when you're up
duct
there,
tape.
they're not escorting you anywhere other than to the back while you're being handcuffed and hogtied.
Yeah.
Now, Adam,
Ah,
excuse
I'm
me
awake.
a moment. Do you remember that video that you played on B-Sides that was
Nope.
So,
by Dr. Moonrat.
Gravity?
An animated version of the William Shatner outtakes.
Oh, yes, the outtakes in the recording studio. Yes, absolutely. It's a B-sides classic.
Can we borrow it?
Do you want me to share a screen with you?
No, I have it.
No, I didn't make the video.
I know you
sharing
didn't.
it with the world.
I know you didn't, but did you get any
No, it's totally copyright free. We've showed it at least half a dozen times.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
so
fine.
I'm going to share it with the audience tonight.
I give my permission for you to show this third party.
Yes.
Well, I do have in the description a link to Dr. Moonrat, this video, but that's how you can also get to the channel. That's where I found it. There's plenty of different comic animations there. It's good stuff. And so I wanted to, since I'm going to be playing a piece of something.
Let's have a little amuse-bouche.
That was animated, at least, by, I believe, Dr. Moonrat.
This is a legitimate audio outtake from William Shatner doing some commercial.
Oh, my God. This is how you deal with, you want something? I'll give you exactly what you want.
Well, basically here, Shatner's doing some voiceover. This is real. This is not acted. He's doing some voiceover work. I assume it's like for an audiobook or something like that. And
he's getting some direction.
Yeah, he's just getting a little helpful notes from the control booth.
From an engineer. Not a producer. At least it didn't sound like a producer. It sounded more like an engineer, the guy that's actually there recording.
Well, he produced something.
Let's just say he regrets his decision pretty quickly.
And so we're going to
his creation is somewhat disappointing.
Okay. I'm using
the fringe.
I'm using what's called
In July.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, I've said that plenty of times.
I hear that a lot.
On
YouTube.
No, you guys aren't hearing it. I'm hearing. What?
Well, I mean, if we could hear something, that would be a novel change from some of our interstitials.
I'm hearing the description being read off to me by that reader. Webpage reader that I have.
It's still reading.
No, it just all of a sudden started reading off the description to this stream, and
that's very helpful.
It could be time to disable that extension.
Yeah.
I know you don't believe me, but
I believe you.
Yes. We've been monitoring it the whole time. It's fine.
More gremlins.
Yeah, we're gonna have someone take care of that. If you could just have this pill, Lawrence.
Sometimes you've got to just use the actual buttons.
Do you mind putting on this duct tape for the rest of the flight?
Exactly, yeah.
Fuck. Where the hell is the share button? I always used my hotkey, and that's not doing it.
If you need me to, I can pull it up.
Oh, okay. It worked this time. Here we go. One of these days I'll get good, ladies and gentlemen.
We've been saying that for at least a year.
49 episodes.
So here we go. Credits.
This is William Shatner, and I would like to invite you to take a journey with me into the 21st century. So take the next few minutes and listen very closely. You'll be amazed at what you hear. Okay?
Can there be a little more excitement in the beginning?
I love it. Okay. All right.
It sounded like really laid, really super laid back.
Well, I'm saying, okay, I'll try and do that. Let's do take two. This is William Shatner, and I would like to invite you to take a journey with me into the 21st century. So take the next few minutes and listen very closely. Speak up. And maybe you better do it the way you hear it. Do it for me. No, I mean, just go ahead.
This is William Shatner, and I would like to invite you to take a journey with me into the 21st century. So take the next few minutes and listen very closely. You'll be amazed at what you hear.
Is that the way you'd like me to do it? Okay, ready. This is William Shatner, and I would like to invite you to take a journey with me into the 21st century. So take the next few minutes and listen very closely. You'll be amazed at what you hear. Okay, so I think that came pretty close.
Are you making fun of me?
No, No. I believe that you asked that was about the way you did it. I wasn't jesting.
Okay. I'm sorry. I don't know.
No. I insist. Now, what I want you to do is is that satisfactory to you?
I don't know. Maybe I should have just kept my mouth shut. I mean,
No, because if your mouth were open, you'd have popped some pills in them. So, do the next paragraph for me, page 2.
Well, I don't know. I really don't want to, because I think you actually have a much better feel.
No, I don't think I do. I would like to hear you read the second paragraph, so I can do it that way.
I really, now that I've looked at the different things you did, I really like the first one. But...
No, I like it better the way you did it. I mean it. Please read, so I can get an idea of what you want. No, I'm going to do it the way you think it should go. No, I am going to do it the way you're reading it. Okay? I know you're here to see that I do it the way the company wants it, so I'm going to do it the way you read it.
Well, but I don't want you to do it.
But you're telling me how you want me to do it.
Well, I'm sorry.
No. I am going to do it your way. No, there's no apology necessary. You know what you want. You know what you want.
No, I don't. I
mean, you come in here and you don't know what you want?
I come in here because I know you're a professional. I mean, and you know how to do it. And I'm sorry I even said anything.
No, I am going to do it the way you want. Every paragraph. And you'll send it back to town and you'll see whether, I hope it will please everybody else. As long as I'm pleasing you, that's all that matters.
Mr. Shatner, would you please, I don't feel right about doing that, I really.
Well, no, you felt you wanted something done on the first paragraph. I'm trying to do what you want. Okay, let's lay down the second paragraph.
In July.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a glorious clip.
Link in the description, and I watched a few other animated moments there.
Who else does he have on his channel?
Well, it was some conversation between a police officer and, but I think that one, they probably did their own voice work on it because it was not just taking audio for somewhere else.
Right.
Yeah.
Like this cop pulls over somebody and asks them, are there any drugs in the vehicle? And he tries to give them every chance just to say no, but the guy's just going, making noises and stuff.
He's got the vehicle. Well, technically, I'm in the vehicle, and the drugs are in me. So
I guess
he's got some Pink Trombone working there. He doesn't want to lie to the cop. But,
yeah, you've seen it, I guess.
I've been him.
Yeah.
There's a reason I don't drive anymore.
Well, by the end, you got off. All right.
And we all do.
And as we do, we all. With the
and
Pink
now
Trombone.
we are in the third, the concluding act.
With the cropping there, it's nice with your wallpaper because it looks like he's just looking out at a beautiful sunset.
It's so beautiful. There's a rainbow out there. There's lovely fluffy clouds. I don't know why he's so worked up.
Oh boy!
That might do it.
No,
that might do it.
That's a problem.
He's working on it again, trying to fix that engine.
Yeah.
And here at JetBlue, we appreciate you choosing us.
Yeah. Our maintenance schedules are rigorous.
I'm looking for number 5 just to make sure I don't miss it. Oh, okay. No, we're good. Okay. So we move on.
No, it's just turned into like I'm done debating whether I'm having an episode to I'm gonna beat this Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's decided.
I'm smarter than this.
Exactly. I am not counting this Bigfoot on my fucking plane. I'm tired of these motherfucking Bigfoots on these motherfucking planes.
She's got a Brock's candy pick-a-mix bag full of
Exactly.
pills.
Yeah. God, I hope the root beer's in there.
Would you like a jelly, baby?
She's taking donations from the passengers at this point.
Exactly. Does anybody have any pills they would like to donate to the cause?
Anything you want to get rid of,
Yeah.
anything you want to donate. Yeah.
I'm sure some people said I've been to the zoo and I've seen like gorillas like sit like this. Try doing a little bit of that.
Try doing it at 20,000 feet.
Yeah. 300 and some mile an hour.
At
Well,
least, yeah.
sleeping pill number 2,
Thank you.
Yes, please.
straight from the engineer, and he's got.
Thank you,
strong-
sir.
He's
May
got
I
the
have
good
another?
stuff.
And so there's a few words back and forth between them. I don't quite remember them, but it was wonderful stuff.
This is the what the control room looks like before B-sides.
Exactly, yeah.
Brace up.
I am high.
We got the Pope, I think.
Yeah, we got the Pope, I think. In July.
I do like the
those
sliding.
trees.
Obviously, it's insanely impractical, but
Yeah.
I think it's a great emphasis. Really
Yeah,
good. choice.
piston engines often have lights on the inside of them that
There's an interior light and there's an exterior light, and it's just great. It just
Yeah.
draws your eye right there.
Well, they wanted people to see it.
Yeah. No,
Oh, yeah.
I'm praising it. I
Yeah.
think it's great.
it draws the attention. It
And,
distracts me from the Dr. Scholl's
Yeah.
foot pads that are
I
on the
know.
costume.
Yeah, he's doing some routine maintenance.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Well, this is on the plane, and this is where Bob looks over and he spies a gun somewhere on another passenger, probably a air marshal,
Air
or
marshal,
something like
yeah.
that. So he's looking over, sees it, and
Do, do, do.
he
Just
decides to
casually
wander
walking over here. Nobody
Well,
paying attention.
He got his wife to go. Oh no, he does that later. She fell asleep again. Not a good
Yeah.
idea, but he's getting up. He's walking over to it.
Definitely not going to try and lift a gun off of someone.
If the guy would have woken up, it would have been a bit of explaining to do.
Yeah.
And he was able to get the gun, heads over to his window again, and it's a good thing that he's sitting at the auxiliary.
Yeah, at the exit row.
I would like to leave the auxiliary.
Exactly, yes. No, the men's auxiliary is having a meeting, hon. I'll just be a minute.
More of a Rotary Club guy.
Yeah,
myself.
we're going to have a bit of Rotary Club as well.
Well, he asks her if she could get him a drink of water. And so she goes back, talks to the stewardess, and
Oh shit!
he starts fumbling with the gun, getting it ready.
And we're going to exit via stage left.
Mm-hmm. It's port on a ship. I believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes,
That
I'll have
guy's-
some port as well. Thank you.
Yes. please.
Yes.
That guy's still working on it. And
I just
this
can't
is
seem
where
to
it
find the problem with
opens.
this, but I'll keep looking.
This is where it opens. It's really quick. It's not going to do it much justice doing it as slides, but I try to catch some moments. Door flies open. His upper torso flies out, basically.
The all the studio fans are being employed.
That's right.
And wife and stewardess decide, okay, we're going to scream.
Freak out, yeah.
But now that is
Another
a
great
face.
screenshot.
Oh yeah.
That is a face.
Even that guy in the back is.
He's like, what the fuck? he was
you for
fast
real?
asleep. I mean, imagine waking up to that.
Well, everyone's eardrums just perforated. So.
Yeah.
The stewardess, I don't know. It's not as, I mean, the wife really is in the role.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a real
Well, she's been putting up with this crap for years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's hanging out there like this, trying to aim the gun, and
And this disturbs the Bigfoot.
Yeah.
and he starts firing at him. Ooh, hold on. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, there you go.
God, look at that.
There we go. I got
Muzzle
the flash. And whoa, you see kind of
Oh, hey, don't be throwing those anger beans at me.
yeah, he recoils, but it doesn't just fall down. It takes a
No.
few shots.
I mean, imagine if you could be out there on that wing at that altitude, you could probably take a couple.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, his slippers are showing.
Yeah, his Dr. Scholl's. They're...
And then basically we get a close-up of a scream there at the end. Basically he's screaming, and then we get...
Now this brings back memories.
Oh, yeah.
So
Sorry, what am I being arrested for again?
You get the feeling
We haven't
that,
decided yet.
Oh.
He goes unconscious, wakes up, and that's when you get the next scene. But I have some audio to play
Hooray.
of what we just witnessed.
Oh.
This is basically where
he's working up the courage to open that door.
Yep.
Oh, and he has.
Any of the guns?
Only 6 shots. Oh, was that 7 there?
No, I think he lost. He was just flapping around at that point.
Yeah, well, they actually did it right. That was 6 shots.
Yeah.
And then we get this after the transition. And they basically wheel them out. Things are quiet. You're left to kind of figure it out for yourself for a little bit.
Yeah, just to be clear for the audience, what we're hearing is just a symphonic score.
Yeah.
We don't have any prominent synth going on in there, right?
Nope.
Okay.
Sorry, folks.
I'm not denigrating it. I'm just saying.
Well, again, it shows the use of sound to create these soundscapes to build the tension, to give you a certain emotional thing, and this is not the otherworldly woo, kind
Correct,
of thing we did
right,
with
right.
No. Yeah. And they did for earlier moments when we're seeing him really going through a struggle. It's violins playing, but it does sound really, what would you call it, like surreal in a way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so...
And a lot of discordance.
Yeah, it's very discordant.
And we hear glissandos on the strings.
Yeah.
But it's not trying to be otherworldly. It's trying to be more like
That's straight drama. Yeah.
Well, the
like
psychological
reality being
tension.
bent.
Tension. Yeah, that's the word.
Or reality being bent,
We're questioning it a bit. That again, he's trying to, he's under the stress of trying to figure out, is this in his head or not? And then finally, I mean, that last bit, that da, 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 that's no, I've made a decision. Here I come.
And story-wise, character-wise, you have sort of this weird split with, is he just trying to kill his demons, or is he trying to protect the plane? Or you're not quite sure what the motivation his deal is. Yeah.
Well, he's not really protecting the plane so much if he decides.
Well, his intentions, I mean.
Yeah. Well, I mean, kill this thing no matter what happens to the plane.
Yeah.
But the officer at the end says, well, I guess it's the flight engineer. He says, funny way of trying to kill yourself. And so that's their interpretation, was that he was trying to commit suicide. Yeah.
By firing a gun wildly over the wing. Yes. That is a funny way to try to kill yourself.
So anyway, the wife says, you're going to be all right now, honey.
Of
We're
course
going
you
to
are.
take you
Wrapped up and
upstate
put
to a
away.
farm where you can run free.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to the place you just came from.
Yeah, right. We're going
But he does say,
back
I
to
know.
Bellevue.
He says, I know.
Yeah.
But I'm the only one who knows.
Yeah.
And I think we got a good audio clip of that
Yep.
here.
Whoops.
Called number 6. And because I think the lines are really good.
It's all right now, darling.
I know. But I'm the only one who does know. Right now.
The flight of Mr. Robert Wilson has ended now. A flight not only from point A to point B, but also from the fear of recurring mental breakdown. Mr. Wilson has that fear no longer, though for the moment he is, as he has said, alone in this assurance. Happily, his conviction will not remain isolated too much longer. For happily, tangible manifestation is very often left as evidence of trespass, even from so intangible a quarter as the Twilight Zone.
Woo! Yeah.
So, in classic Twilight Zone fashion, you're like, okay, I'm going to have to think about this a bit. Because that wasn't very clear.
Remember when shows could leave you an ending to interpret on your own?
Yes.
Wow. Those
the
were the days.
dialogue was written well, and the stories were written well, and things were shot well, and people could act, and
Show don't tell. And
yeah.
And here are the closing credits. They had the producer, writer, and director at the beginning, but the closing is where you get the actors. And I believe that's the flight engineer.
Asa Maynor, who's also tangentially related to Asa Major.
Yes.
Well, I believe that's the flight attendant. I don't know if it. I think
Well,
it's
could you
Asa.
pass her my number?
Well, we're gonna look her up here and make sure that that's her.
I hope it's on Brave.
Oh yeah.
How much thalidomide has she?
She was in Conquest of the Planet of the Apes.
Oh, all right.
What year was that?
72.
Okay, so I am going to share some results of Asa Maynor.
Oh, God.
I thought it was Asia Maynor the first time I saw
It should be Asa, but...
Asa.
I could be mispronouncing everything.
Yeah, well, I'm just...
Oh, my goodness. Hello.
Well, we did get a shot here from the TV
Oh, there's
episode.
several from that episode. There's that one on the right there, and we got the...
That's not her. That's Kathleen.
The screaming scene. There's her with Biff Tanner.
Ed Burns, the wife, or the husband.
How big is your monitor that you can read that?
I
27
can't.
inches
I'm
and
zoomed in.
5K.
Yeah, you don't see my magnification, but I'm zoomed in. Ooh,
No, I was talking to Jabe. we all have our sight issues. I can't read any of it.
Good balance.
Yeah.
Sure. That's important.
Yeah. That is
well, there's Shaniqua White.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. Yeah.
Talk about a callback.
I'd like to see her on that beach doing that balance pose.
I'd like to see her on the wing of the plane.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I would definitely open the door and go out. Hi, how you doing?
Oh, my goodness. What a lovely woman.
Yep.
All righty, so I guess we've got enough. I'm just looking for a derp cat, and we haven't gotten it. No derp cats.
No.
What's this a poster?
Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. It's the movie.
Yeah, what's above that exactly? I just want to, for science.
Liliana Santos.
Okay. All right. Just checking.
I could also see her balancing on a rock if it was allowed.
Well, let me just try to go
How
to
does
the
she
website.
feel about sleeping pills?
Oh, look, they sent you to the wrong place because that's what they do, because their links are full of shit.
Asa Maynor Network, and no, so I don't know what that one picture.
Probably nothing.
It's just
considering
an
she's dead.
alternate
From the
model
OnlyFans,
or something from
links that are down there.
Look at this hair tail
Who's
sticking
that?
up.
Wait, she looks very familiar.
Ingrid Nielsen.
She looks super familiar.
Kinda
That's
got
because
the
she looks like
squiggy
every
thing going on.
80s punk
Punk
girl
rock
that I
type,
ever
yeah.
saw.
All right, well, that's enough of us having fun there. I think we do need a bit of a palate cleanser because even though we are at the end, because there was something I found from Mike Gorley this week.
Our good friend of the channel, Mike.
Oh,
Gorley.
2 weeks ago, and I thought I'd play it because it's really good. A recent piece. And I started playing it, and I was like, oh, man, I got to share this because he's still only at 67 subscribers, and it's like, wow.
Oh, no, we got to get those numbers up.
I'm trying to drag and drop it, which is what I need to do to play it, and we're not getting results. Oh, there we go. I think
it might take a second to get through the pipe.
Yeah. This is
what
when, what's his name, Brown would say I'm boomering, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a boomer. I'm not. I'm a Gen Xer.
No, but we play one on TV.
All right. Here we go.
Great.
Nice.
Awesome.
Doctor Who in Hell.
Yeah, I've been here too.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm very, very jealous of that blacklight cat mural, whether it's Mike's or somebody else's.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we might be able to find out because he does communicate with us, folks.
Indeed.
So anyone seeing us on the video portion of this, meaning not live, there's a link in the description to Mike Gorley's channel. Please check him out.
Yeah, give Mike a follow.
Excellent musician and a really nice guy. We'll have him again sometime in the future as soon as I figure out what the hell I'm doing with this thing. Yeah, we're going to
Don't assume that you'll ever figure this out.
Well, you may, and then they will decide to
week.
change the UI entirely just to trip you up.
Well, what I'm going to do, definitely, anytime I'm going to do examples of music and stuff, I'm going to record them to have a backup. I may try to do them live, but if it doesn't work, I'll have a recorded version that I can
I think
play.
that's a smart play.
Yep.
Yeah, because I can't take the chance.
Well, you've also got so many different things running at the same time that glitches are bound to happen. So
it wasn't a lot. I did even a rehearsal in the studio, and then here we heard it. We heard it. Me play my keyboard, and as soon as I switched to show the software, boink.
Well, the bigger problem is that we didn't hear it on the stream. You could hear it in the monitor side, and that was problematic.
Well, you guys did hear it at first, right?
the
Before
very
I
first
switched
time,
to
yes.
it.
The
Yeah,
very
before I
first time we
switched
heard
to it, you could hear it. But then
Yeah,
I
when you were doing the
switched to it-
background.
Yeah. So anyway, all right, that's enough of that. All
It's
right,
nice.
ladies and gentlemen, that's all we got for you. Thank you for joining us.
It was a
for
very
this-
fun episode.
Yeah, it was fun. Thanks to
Glitches
the film.
happen.
Thanks to the film.
Yeah, I think
We
things
will
would
be
have run
doing-
better if we didn't have that giant furry on Lawrence's audio equipment the whole time. I wanted to open the auxiliary door and shoot him.
There's someone on the mixer.
Yes.
Well,
Oh
I
my
keep
God.
Carrying out
telling-
parts.
I keep telling my wife that there's gremlins here in my studio, but I don't know. She keeps wanting to put me asleep.
Well, I think now she knows what to look for.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, it was interesting. We spent the last night and the day before with Jethro. There was something weird about the Verbo rental that Laura's father had rented for the month. It's something he does every year. It was a wonderful, wonderful house, but all the electronics and doorknobs and everything just kept malfunctioning. It was just one of those things where like everything went wrong. Doorknobs are falling off. Her phone just suddenly shut off. One thing after another. It was really strange.
So it worked then, you're telling me.
I had a great time.
Yeah.
I'm not responsible for any of that crap,
Yeah,
but
I will deploy that device elsewhere as needed.
well, you could tell your friends back at Spook House that
yeah.
it's all working great.
We're all very excited to deploy
We
that
got-
in new areas.
We all have Havana syndrome now.
Yes.
I'm going to play my...
And don't worry about that explosive diarrhea. It'll
banners.
pass.
Have a question?
Post it in the chat.
Yeah, I need
Do you
to,
have explosive diarrhea? Post it in the chat.
I need to play my banners here before the end, at least. Here, reference.
Yeah,
links
air
in
'em out.
The video description.
Yeah. They get moldy if you don't roll them out.
Yeah, because they don't get used often because I'm too busy trying.
Yeah, if you're listening to the replay and you're still with us, take the effort and go down the description and you'll discover some wonderful things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While you're
Like
there,
button.
comment.
Leave a comment.
Comment.
Yeah.
Do
You can
like.
like it.
Yeah.
Open up a tab on your mom's phone and
Yeah.
just let
Watch
it
it
rip.
again. Yeah.
She'll never know.
No.
Yeah, and if you have any suggestions, go right ahead. All interaction is loved by YouTube, and it'll help us to be seen by more people, which will allow us to, I don't know, motivate us. Well, it'll motivate me to do a better job next time.
Well, if I can't motivate,
Yeah, I can assure you that doesn't work. We've been leaving comments in Adam's streams for a good long time, and
I think what we're going to do is an Outer Limits next time, something that has electronic instruments in it, because I see I can do longer stretches of audio from these older TV shows, and so forth.
It's a great pool to dive in. So I'm all for it.
Because YouTube doesn't seem to mind those so much
Today.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Don't worry, they'll spin the wheel of random.
Yeah.
So that's next time, some Outer Limits, and I will bring some other electronic music oddity to people's attention. Maybe we'll go back in time a little bit because those things worked.
I'm all for it.
All right, folks. Thank you for joining me, Jay and Adam.
Of course.
Thanks for Bayona for coming to our chat and showing us so much love. And
Stitch and Common and Barbara and
Oh, good. Yeah.
Joined us.
The gang came
yeah,
by.
thanks everybody. It makes a difference.
Black Lives was here.
Black Lives did a little cameo.
Yeah.
And then we scared them off by trying to chase down Shaniqua.
Well,
it takes more than that.
No, I assure you, no.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us. Have a good rest of your day wherever you are in the world.
Good night, folks.